Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to CRL for the first time in a long time. We are here for pre-season testing for USA, short qualifying and a 50% race. And I'm joined here with Sink Yogurt.
Yes, hello. Welcome.
A lot of changes this season, and drivers in different seats. It's going to be very intriguing to see what's going to happen because there's new drivers as well. This is not the full lobby. Obviously, we're going to have a full mark next week, but this is a pre-season test, so it is just to see how things go on, really. But only 10 drivers appearing tonight, and we've got, I think, 2 new faces, which is Steban, if I'm saying his name correctly, and Walter. I know Walter's quite quick because I've seen him in the other league. We've got Total Peas, who joined last season. He joined in the last 2-3 races. His pace is promising as well, and Steban's pace is quite promising. So we've got 3 new drivers there on the grid. Obviously, Steve Royal Gamer joined halfway through as well. He won the last race of the season last season at the British GP in the Williams. He's got a full-time seat with Aston Martin. And Walter and AJ Wuhan have moved to Mercedes. Nathan is in the Williams, Duel is in the McLaren, Mark is in the AlphaTauri. He was in Racing Point last season, which is now Aston Martin, along with Ferg. And Krishna is in the AlphaTauri along with his teammate Mark. Steve Royal Gamer and Steban, the 2 Dutchmen in the Aston Martin, have got a Racing Point coming out of the track then. So I know this is pre-season testing, but are you looking forward to this season, Joachim?
Yeah, well, this race is obviously not that important. Only 10 people as well, so just to see where everyone's pace is. But, yeah, I'm very excited. Of course, I wasn't there at the end of the last season, but the beginning was amazing. All those different winners, so I'm quite excited.
One driver has retired coming out of the pit lane, and that is Krishna. I was on board with the back of the McLaren, and I saw a car just sat there. I'm not quite sure if he just bolted out of the pit lane and spun the car and hit the wall. But if that's what he's done, he's out of qualifying. I can see 4 people on the medium tyres. What's the best strategy around here, Joachim?
I have no idea, but I reckon it is soft, hard, medium just still, or medium soft. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure, to be honest.
This is my first ever time streaming as well in this F1 game, so I'm not quite familiar with these graphics just yet, but I will be. It's quite simple really, but just need to move the graphic to the right hand side if I can. I can hide it, but obviously I don't want to do that because I want to see what EOS they're on and what they're doing as well. What do you think about this game, Joachim? You enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but the spectators is just a bit annoying in my opinion. The scoreboard on the left, it's really big. It's like almost like quarter of the screen, more even. It's way too big in my opinion.
Do you want to take us through Steban's lap? He's in the Aston Martin coming into turn 2.
He is now. Yeah, he just gone into turn 1. I was looking at him, it was quite okay. Now in the SS, want to carry as much speed as possible. Looks alright, 25.0. We'll see what others do, so we can compare a bit. But this all looks fine. Almost hit every apex, so not too bad for the banker. Now into the hairpin before the long straight. End of sector 2 almost. Very nice hairpin, if I do say so. Now onto the straight, opening up the DRS. Has he opened it up? Yes, he does. Okay. I didn't see it. And now coming into, I don't know what turn it is, but the last corner of sector 2. You could take a lot of the inside. He doesn't do that. And he comes into sector 3 with a 1-2-0. He is on mediums though, so he won't be too fast out of the gates. At sector 3, this corner should be easy flat. Let's see, yeah, easy flat. Now into the penultimate corner, missing the apex a bit, but still carrying okay speed. Now into the final corner, want to get a good exit. Now short run up to the line, and it's a 32.2. Not too bad, I think, for a banker.
Early on in the session as well.
Sheep almost crashed into the pit.
Total P's has a valid lap time. I expect to see a few validations as when you was talking, AJ Wu had spotted the first sets at the Estes, so he had to back out that lap, but I think he might go for another lap time on this set of medium tyres. Where it is Knight, he's coming towards turn 11, I think it is, heading to sector 3. He goes wide a bit, but does not invalidate his lap time. It's a 101.5, he's 5 tenths quicker in the middle sector compared to Esteban, who's on the medium compound tyres now. ISO on Knight then, Mark's got quickest with a 30.1, 2.1 seconds quicker than Esteban. Triple right-hander for Knight as he makes his way around the penultimate corner, carrying a lot of speed. Misses the apex and he goes into the pit lane. He's abandoned that lap time. I don't think he's quite happy with that one. So a few drivers in the pit lane. We've got Dual on the board with a 34.8, not representative, I dare say, for him. I think he's going for another lap on this set of tyres, so we'll stick by him as he makes his way down into the heavy braking zone then. Braking just before the 100 metre mark, using a lot of curb on the entry. You can get away with that by taking a lot of curb. It's a 1.0 in the middle sector from Dual, so 5 tenths quicker than what Knight managed to do, but obviously he's not set a lap time on the board, so we can't get a reference of what it was going to be. Triple right-hander now, nice and flat, obviously. It's the penultimate corner, carry a lot of speed in there, try not to go too wide through this exit, which he doesn't do. And now to the final corner we go. You can see the rear end just sliding a bit on entry, and it's a second place of 30.7, 6 tenths away from Mark. So Mark's the quickest guy out there with a huge 6 tenths gap advantage, but we've still got more to come from other drivers who haven't set a lap time. And we've got some on their out laps. They're going on to the soft compound tyres now, except Esteban and Walter. Walter's on an out lap on the medium compound tyres in the Mercedes. We're just waiting for Nathan.
Start of that.
Nathan's in the Haas. I said Williams by accident. I was just looking at the colour, so Nathan has been put in the Haas there for the season. I'm not quite sure how it works if you get to choose your teams or not, but yeah, well, there's a lot of changes this season that we've got to keep up with. He was in the Mercedes last year with different teammates, of course, and now Nathan's making his way to the final corner to start his second flying lap. Take us through this lap time, Joachim.
Yeah, sure. Opening up the DRS, now onto the start straight, finish line. Go into T1, I want to take a nice apex, but most importantly a good exit. Oh, well, that was a very good turn on, if I say so. Taking shortest line over here, fully over the curve. Now into the SS, flat almost. I think you can do it flat, but it's very tough. Taking a very short line, Nathan does, 24.5. Is almost like a half a second quicker than Esteban did, and he invalidated. So yep. That's the lap over. Behind him also invalidated. So yeah.
I expect to see quite a few invalidations, especially in this game, because it's very tricky and difficult. Do you suffer with understeer in this game, Joachim?
Nah, I've gotten used to it, but it's more just carrying the speed for me that's struggles, or I'm struggling with.
Here's AJ in the first sector. This time he doesn't spin the car, and it's a 24.8 in the first sector.
It wasn't a great first sector. I was looking, but made a bit of a mistake. Almost lost the car. So yeah, that wasn't great.
Going to the slowest corner on the track there. Now get back on the throttle, using all of the track. Any wider he would have invalidated a lap time. DRS then for this long straight. Coming to the end of sector 2, a heavy braking zone coming up. He uses all of the track. He doesn't use all the curb though on the entry like Dual did on his last run. It's a 101.5. Was that a decent middle sector, Joachim?
It's half a second quicker than Esteban, so I don't know. I don't think he'll come close to the times of Dual or Mark. I think it'll be P3. But of course he did have a shocking sector 1, so there's still a lot to improve in his final run, but he invalidates, so
massive shame for
this lap.
Massive shame for AJ there, sadly for him. Who else on the show? We've got Total P's out there. He's also has invalidated his lap time. He's going to come around the final corner. A 30.1 for Total P's, but obviously he's invalidated, so interesting from him. Walter on the medium compound tyres.
Ooh, only a second off, that's not too bad. Knight also on the mediums. But his lap isn't looking too great. He'll be quicker than Steban, I reckon, but slower than Wouter.
31.7.
P4. So no one, I think, except Mark has set like a competitive lap. Or like a lap that could possibly get pole.
Total P's, I know his lap time wasn't validated, but when he crossed the line he set a 30.1. Now I don't know what he did, if he gained a lot of time to his invalidation, or it's just a normal invalidation going wide that won't gain you too much time, just one of those things. But he's looking like he's the only one that could challenge Mark so far. But saying that though, we've got still others on the medium compound tyres such as Walter, Knight and Steve Gamer, who's on an out lap, hasn't set a lap time yet. Nathan, we don't know what he could do. Obviously he's been out there twice, but he validated it. Steban?
One in the final corner. Oh. P3 for Steban. On softs now, so not too bad.
Ahead of his teammate in the Aston Martin, that's Walter.
Yeah.
So we've got
Mark
AJ out there.
Well. Mark's just started in turn 1. Bit too deep, but don't think he's lost too much time. See what he can do in sector 1.
It's going to be a 24.5.
It is an improvement as Steban goes out of the way. Very nicely.
I'm interested to see what Mark could do this season, because he's been sweating in the top places. I know it's only a 5-lap lobby and all that we've been in, but he's been quite quick, especially in the last few races last season. I'm hoping he could win some races this season, because I could see him actually winning. His highest best result was 2nd place, and that was in Belgium, and he's had a few podiums since then as well. But I actually see Mark being up there with the top guys such as Nathan, AJ, Walter, I see him being up there, and Ferg, the champion from last season, being up there. Obviously Ferg's on holiday somewhere. Hope you're enjoying your holiday, Ferg.
Mark was on a 107 going to the final sector, and Duel on a 108, so it's very close. We'll see if Duel can make the difference in the final sector. As Mark now crossing, or no, exiting the final corner, and now crossing the line. It will be a 29.9, and Duel right behind him, also now in the final corner. Let's see what he can do. It is a 30.2, he's 3 tenths off, so close gaps.
A much better lap time there from Duel, closing the gap between himself and Mark. Got AJ in the first sector, which is a 24.5, but he has invalidated it on the exit of turn 9, and he's got 5 minutes left.
Nathan is next. He did a 1010 going into the final sector, so about 3 tenths off of Mark. Maybe he can gain some time in the final sector. We'll see if he can make it happen. Misses the apex here. Oh, that's not great. If anything, he'll lose time probably. Final corner looked okay, but he lost time. He lost 3 tenths. So Nathan in P3, but could be better. Should be better. Seep on a lap, also on mediums now.
Still on the medium tyres, interestingly from C. Will he switch over to the softs later on? He's got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this session to do so, but here he is then final to the final corner, and it's going to be a 31.2. Goes into P6 off about lap time on those mediums. And AJ's in the pits then, so he will put on. Will he have a brand new set? He's been out there 3 times. I'm not sure he'll have a brand new set of tyres left, unless he uses the medium tyres, of course. Unless he has a soft tyre that's not too worn out. I say that, not done. Well, you know what I mean. Good enough for 1 lap. But Total Peace then is on a lap time as he makes his way through the S's. Let's see how he takes it, hitting every apex very nicely, kind of a lot of speed. What's it going to be through the first sector for Total Peace? It's a 24.5, same what Nathan did in that first sector.
Same as Mark did as well. Mark did a 0.5 as well.
This continues all the way down into turn 10. Uses a lot of track before it. Uses the curbs as well to support the car. Back on the power, DRS wide open. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. So people like AJPs who haven't set a lap time yet, I wonder what AJ will do, because he's been out there 3 times. I wonder if he's used all 3 sets. If he hasn't, And then he's got a bit of time to get another lap in. Will he have to go on the medium compound tyres that Steve has? 108.8 from Total P's.
See if he can get the final sector together. He might be able to challenge for pole only 1/10 of Mark. So it'll be close. Needs to gain a bit more than a tenth. Yeah, Paul, this corner goes very well. Oh, I think he might get it. Bit
It
deep
could
in the
be
final
now.
corner.
Oh!
Bit deep. That might have cost him 2/10 off. Still quite a bit of a gap, but it is possible. Nah, he doesn't have another run actually.
Nope, he's running out of fuel.
For the final corner. Oh, he gets P2. It's so close.
Iceville is out there as well. Iceville Knight has invalidated his lap time. He's 3/10 up, but sadly he's invalidated it, and hopefully he's got enough fuel to go for another run. Bearing in mind, it is standard. No, you don't have no Rich, and Total P's desperately trying to get back to the pits as quick as he can to get on, put on a brand new set of tyres.
Nah, he won't make it. He definitely won't.
If
the timer is right, it won't make.
So, as you can see on the screen, Steve Royal Gamer has finally switched over to the soft compound tyres. His banker laps are done on those mediums, and he will have about only 1 lap time. He has to get it all right, otherwise he'll be starting down in P7 or below. And I expect him coming out very, very soon, because Taban, his teammate on the out lap there he is on a brand new set of the soft compound tyres. Interesting what he could do. A 30.7, not too far behind Nathan. There's a massive gap between Dual and Nathan, 4/10. And we've got Dual on his out lap. Dual he was a driver that struggled last season, would you say, Joachim?
Yeah, definitely. He was the defending champion for like 2 seasons in a row.
He was.
And he was honestly quite poor, I must say, last season.
I don't.
The races I've looked, because at the beginning he kept on being consistent, but not like as consistent as he was like the season before that. It's completely different.
If I remember correctly, he didn't win a race last season, did he? He got on a podium, but he didn't win a race. No, he didn't.
No, he definitely. I don't think he did. He just wasn't improving as much as the other guys did.
Hopefully, Dual can get back up to speed. 2-time world champion in this league is Total.
Elon is already done with his lap. So.
Yep, it's a 25.0, so he's definitely done. He's got 1 minute, and yeah, he ain't gonna.
No, he'll make it. Depends if he has enough fuel, but he'll make it on time at least.
Drew Vizzer asked us a question. He says championship predictions this season, Joachim. What do you think? It's too early to tell, but let's have a guess.
I think Peace has got it. I think he's looking very good.
Total P's. I didn't expect that. Well, I knew he was going to be a contender, but I didn't realise you think he's going to win the championship.
I rate him very high. I think Mark will definitely be contender, but he hasn't won yet, so I don't know if he can do it consistently.
We're going to go on board with Nathan then, because he's coming through the first sector. Dubal's trailing in behind and makes his way to the first sector now. Hits every apex nicely, carrying the speed in.
Oh, that was good.
That was very good from Nathan there. 24.7.
Must have messed up the one. The S's were good.
I'd say in the S's this game, it's not just USA, it's also Britain. I'm not really confident in the S's no more. Is it a pad thing, Joachim, or not?
Yeah, it's quite tough, but might just be you as well. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
AJ did a low 0.5 in sector 1, so like 4 guys on almost the same straight. Let's see what Nathan does middle sector 101.
It's lost a 10th in the middle sector.
And I didn't see what AJ did. Or Dual. AJ did a 1:0.9. Sheep did also a 0.9. Okay. Quite close. Mark is as invalidated, so he's done. Let's see what Nathan does.
Dubal's quite close behind him actually, on his lap.
Nathan invalidated on the entry. Oh no.
Yeah, Dual P3.
P3. Oh my god, 5 thousandths of Wouter.
Oh, look at Steve.
AJ up to P5, Seep up to P5. Oh my god. Oh.
Where's Mark?
That's
There
it.
he is. Oh, he's invalidated it.
Yeah, you validated earlier. But he still has pole, so it doesn't really matter.
So-
Mark, 29.9 pole position for the preseason race.
So, Rel Mark and Relentless Walter, P1 and P2. AJ separated, doable P3, separated by 5 thousandths between him and Walter. So that's very close between the two. As we get the rest of the results coming up soon. Yeah, there it is then. So, Walter, Mark and Walter in P1 and P2, Duel in P3, Total P's in P4, Seabro Gamer in P5, AJ Wuhan in P6, Nathan P7, Steban in P8 ahead of Knight and Krishna, the only one that didn't set a lap time because I suspect he crashed into turn 1, is in P10 and he can start what tyres he wants to. And Knight set his best lap time on the medium compound tyres, so he'll be starting on those mediums, so you can watch out for him as well. And Krishna on the medium compound tyres, because obviously Krishna didn't set a lap time, so he can start whatever tyres he wants to. But your pole man is Walter, the only man getting into 29s in the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I don't know why this many people went on softs. I mean, I would have probably just gone mediums.
Hopefully this time next week we see a full grid and the first race of the season. It could be mega. Can't wait to see what next week brings us.
It's already quite close with 10 people, so imagine with 20 people how close it'll be. Again, it's incredible. Yeah.
I remember the last race of the season. I don't know why I said it last, but it's going to take a long time for us to get back here. And guess what? We're back.
We are.
I remember that last race. It was a really good race. The 2 racing points crashed out in the first lap. Seaville Gamer dropped down into 7th place on the opening lap. He managed to win the race. Who else got that podium? Was it Harvey Lees? I can't actually remember.
I didn't see it. Alright.
It was a mega.
But I can't remember it. Actually.
It was a mega last race. Can't believe it was Seafloor Gamer's 3rd race this season and he got a win.
Yeah, that's that's really good.
Formation lap then. So before this update you couldn't look at your tyre wear, but now in this update you can. So that's fixed. I thought it was just one of those things where you just couldn't look at it. No, because before the update came out about 2-3 days ago, and before the update you couldn't look at your tyre wear on the formation lap, but now you can.
Krishna went on softs.
What'd you say, Yoko?
Krishna went on softs, not on mediums. Oh, why would he do that?
Yeah, that is questionable from Krishna there. I would have went on the mediums if I were him having a free tyre choice.
Yeah. I think that was a big no-brainer to go on mediums, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, I saw Knight, the only driver on the medium compound tyre, so watch out for him because he'll be going for a longer stint than everybody else in this race. We'll see what this 28 lap race will bring us. Team Williams goated. So the Williams driver. Who's the Williams driver this season, Jeroen? There's no Williams driver, so I wonder if it's you, Jeroen.
And it's not that good. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know where the lineup is.
Was there a thing I could look at somebody's tyre wear? I'm not quite sure. I remember I saw a picture somewhere. You can look at somebody's tyre wear. Telemetry settings, yeah? I'm not quite sure. Can you look at somebody's tyre wear in commentary? I'm not quite sure.
I don't think you can.
I swear I saw a picture somewhere you could. Or was it an update? I actually can't remember. But I saw Knight, the driver that started on the medium compound tyres, has been disqualified. So he'll be starting on ice cold tyres, especially on the mediums when they have barely no grip on the first lap. So he'll best watch out into turn 1. As all the drivers start to line up on the grid, there are 10 drivers in this race. USA does provide opportunities for overtaking, especially down at Sector 2 and Sector 3, where the battle continues all the way down into turn 14. There are the lights, then 3 lights, 4 lights and 5 lights. And away we go for the pre-season test then in USA. It looks like Mark has got a good start, but Walter gets a better start. He has the inside line as we head into turn 1. He goes down the inside into turn 1. The McLaren and Alpine are side by side. The AlphaTauri has much better line coming out there. The Alfa Romeo have gone off the track. And there comes Walter coming back on the inside now. He has the inside line. I think Mark has to back out of it. Yes, he does, but Mark spins the car. That scenario has happened before. I've seen people go try side by side through there, but it hasn't gone to plan. So Walter leads the Grand Prix ahead of Total P's.
Nathan is damaged. Nathan is damaged.
The Alfa Romeo is going through. That's Knight going through on Nathan. There comes Taban. He's also going through on Nathan. Nathan's lost 2 positions.
Nathan even more damage, I think.
He's about to lose another one. And C-Real Gamer has a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So that must mean he's overtook somebody while the yellow flags were out. So a penalty on lap 1, not good so far from here. But here comes Total P's then, making a move very early on the race leader, Walter. Yep, he's made the move into P1. Can Walter get a good switch back? No, he doesn't. So Total P's then takes the lead of this Grand Prix on the opening lap from start to 3rd place. So yeah, but the incident between Mark and Walter I've seen before. You've definitely got to back out because it doesn't really work, does it, Jakob?
Yeah, I think Mark did actually back out, but by backing out he was braking and turning at the same time, and that made him actually spin. And I think Nathan just hit the rear of his, trying to avoid him, but he wasn't able to. So Mark, the pole sitter, already in last, and Nathan, yeah, well, hasn't gone much better for him either. So very unfortunate.
Yep, Nathan in the pits then. What will Mark do? Will he put on a brand new set of tyres? He's coming around the penultimate corner. Is he going to the pit lane? He is not. He's continuing around, so he doesn't feel the need to pit. So looks like we've got a good battle for the lead there between Total P's and Walter. These two I'm very interested on in the next week's race. P's and Walter. Those two have came from the same league, and I know their pace. And it's going to be quite interesting to see what they can do. And do you know the glitch between the leaderboard is still not fixed, is it?
Still in the game, yes.
You would have thought that'd be fixed by now, wouldn't it?
Ooh, bad exit by Total Piece, so I reckon Walter will get back at him. But Total Piece is using quite a lot of ERS, so
they're both on the same ERS as Walter does not go into it. And
yeah,
look at Double going wide there.
I think the DRS on this game is very OP, so if Walter can just stay in his DRS, he can follow for the whole race. No worries.
Duel there, he's out of DRS range between him and Walters. Or is he? He's almost there. He's got C4 Gamer and Krishna for company. Krishna started out in P10. He's currently up into P5 now, gaining 5 positions on the opening lap. Nathan is on the medium compound tyres, so it is a 2-stop strategy for the Mercedes driver, sadly for him. He also crashed there last year.
Look at Krishna, by the way, very good start, and he is.
Oh! Contact has been made between Walter and Pease. I don't know if that's damage to the front wing, but if it has, then he'll lose performance, especially in these S's section.
Doesn't seem like anyone is damaged, because all quite smooth. But what I wanted to say, even though Krishna did start on softs, which is questionable if you have a free tire choice, he does have fresh softs, so he's still quicker than the rest of the people on softs. So
that's true.
Gives him an advantage. For the first stint at least.
Do you know when it's accelerating? Does the car make like a weird noise?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah, really weird. I think that's also a spectator glitch.
Will Walter make a move down the inside? No, he thinks about it and he stays behind for another lap. He locks up as well. Walter being very smart there.
Very passive. Going for moves very early on. Of course, it's not necessary to go for a move yet. It goes in a bit deep.
Lap 3 out of 28, so I won't expect it from Walter. Quite a smart driver is Walter, very quick as well. Same with Total P's and everybody else in here.
I must say, Duo looks to be honest, the fastest if you see his ERS at the moment. I think it's almost charged up.
Yeah, he's quite conservative on the EOS, isn't he? He's like the driver that saves a lot of EOS.
Yeah. All around 70 and he's around 80, so he has a bit more. Of course, it doesn't really matter if it's 10% difference, but on the end of the race, it can really make the difference for winning in second place. Wouter is just so close in the S's, but yeah, well, you can't overtake here, so it doesn't really matter.
You see, he's more confident in these S's, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think they're both controller players, so that's really give another an advantage.
And Seville Gamer is all over the back of Duel, so Duel will have to watch out for the Aston Martin behind him. And Krishna as well.
Go. I reckon he might give it a go. Wouter will definitely give it a go on total piece, it seems. I think he'll get it done. Yes, he does on the inside and behind. Duel has decided to use some ERS, so he's still ahead, but Wouter now into P1 again.
Total P's trying, no he won't. Wouter covers the inside and he takes P1 back away from Total P's. Can Total P's stay in the slipstream and DRS of Wouter to try and get him back again later on in the race? But Dubal's under massive pressure because look at Steve Raw Gamer. He's all over the back of the McLaren. And Dubal desperately needs to try and stay in DRS range of Total P's, so he's got some support to try and keep ahead of Steve Raw Gamer. Further back, ISO on Knight, 4.2 seconds away from Krishna. He's on the medium tyres, but of course, when as the laps start going up, that's when Knight will come back into play. He's got Steban and AJ behind him for company.
Yeah, this is really hurting Steban's and AJ's race because Knight on the mediums, yeah, it doesn't matter if he loses a bit of time, of course he will gain it back at the end. Or most of it at least. So, but for Steven and AJ, this is costing them loads of time because it's going to be very tough to gain it back at the end when they're all on mediums. I mean, it's all equal tires, cars. So, yeah, I reckon this is not good for AJ's and Steven's race as Mark retires in the pits.
Yeah, Mark sadly has gave up. He realises, well, he has nothing in this race to do because he's so far back. So sadly for him. What could have it's only a pre-season race anyway, so it don't really matter.
Car and AJ is gonna go for it on the inside. Normally you wait till the straight, but AJ doesn't care about that, and he goes past straight away.
AJ also has DRS as well, for good measure.
Look at the top 5, they're all, let's see, let's go to leader, they're all within 2 seconds of each other. For 5 cars, that's quite close to each other.
Slipstream and DRS is quite powerful around here, so that's why Wouter's not really pulling away. It looks initially like Wouter had the pace over Total P's, but Total P's is sticking with him, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's quite equal, but if you're in DRS and Slipstream, it's just, you're automatically quicker almost, it's just as easy as that. And yeah, Total P's really close now, but yeah, Wouter, by the way, he's using a lot of ERS as his Total P's. Only Duel and Seep are really conservative on ERS. Krishna also about 15. Ooh,
okay.
Krishna going for having a bit of a look on Seep.
Seep went a bit deep into tier 1, but had a better exit coming out there, so he managed to stay ahead of Krishna. Oh, look at that. Krishna carried a lot more speed than Seep in the S's. Way more confident is Krishna.
Yeah. He looks to be so much quicker. Total P's already a 3-second time penalty made.
I did see it coming because I did see Total P's exceed the track limits a bit in quick quarters, so I saw it coming for a bit.
Okay, he definitely needs to work on that though, because
he's
only lap 6. He's on DRS. I mean, he doesn't have to push it. I mean, he can overtake now. That's all fine, but it doesn't really matter yet. After the pit stop, that's where you need to be there.
Thought Wouter would go deep into that corner, but he held his ground and he goes back into P2. Total P's retains the lead of this Grand Prix. He's got a 3-second tyre penalty on his shoulders. And Knight's still dropping off. It's a 4.8 second gap between Knight and Krishna. So Knight's already
dropping off by March. He might be a threat at the end of the race. So just be on the lookout for him. Oh my god, look at Krishna. He's so close behind C, but C was also so close behind Duel.
DRS train is not helping, is it? When you're last in the DRS train, it does not help us whatsoever, does it?
Yeah, but yeah, you don't have any pressure from behind, so yeah, just about making the moves, not crashing.
It's true, Yakuma, it's true indeed. Lap 7. So do you expect these tyres to go off around about now, would you say?
Yeah, I think they'll think about now. We might see the first people coming to the pits for maybe a set of hards, but I reckon everyone wants to stretch it to about lap 10 for mediums.
Was it
just the best race tire?
Was the last game or the game before where the tyres or the soft compound tyres would easily overheat on this game, on this track? Sorry.
Yeah, I think that will still be the case on this game as well. It's just a common problem on this track. It's just overheat quite fast. Oh, look at Krishna, he's using all of his ERS. I think he's gonna go for it.
No, look at Walter, he's going down the inside. Back down the inside goes Walter on Total P's, and he retakes the lead in this Grand Prix. Those two swapping positions lap after lap, but Krishna is still stuck behind Steve Royal Gamer, can't make a move. And so Walter, look at Steve Royal Gamer down the inside on Total P's, on Duble, sorry. Look at Total P's all over the back of Walter.
Watch more speed, but he can't go for it here. Surely not. He's not gonna do it. Wouter does have to go a bit defensively. Compromises his line, but yeah, final corner won't happen here. Yeah, Duel under a bit of pressure, but he has so much ERS, so he can quite easily defend it.
C4 game is right at the back of him, so he needs to start using that ERS as the first software is in the pits.
Let's see what tires he will go to. It looks like mediums. Let's see if it doesn't glitch and randomly goes to hards. No, it's mediums. So mediums for AJ.
Can he go to the end on those mediums, Joachim?
Yeah, last game you could from lap 8, but it's a really long stretch.
If you push too hard on them.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think he just wants to undercut Steban.
Total P's with another 3-second type penalty. ISO Knight has a 3-second type penalty.
With Total P's really picking them up. I mean, he's my favorite for the championship. On pace he could do it, but it's just stupid penalties.
Look at Christie, he's trained a lot of ERS, and here he is then on the back of the Aston Martin. In front we've got Walter going down the inside of Total P's, in fact going around the outside. Krishna to receive Royal Gamer to manage to defend the inside as Krishna struggling on traction coming out that corner. Total P's defends his place, and Steve Royal Gamer does as well. Good defending from Steve Royal Gamer there. Krishna could not get the switch back due to his traction issues coming out to turn 11.
See what Krishna can do. Obviously he is on the pressure sauce.
Into the pits comes Total P's.
Yeah. Krishna as well.
He
will go a bit longer with the pressure sauce, but nah, he goes early.
I reckon he wants to undercut the. I wonder if he's thinking I've got more pace than these guys and wants to undercut them as well.
Yeah, but he should take into consideration he was on the pressure sauce. That's why you probably had a bit of a pace advantage.
So Total P's and Krishna should definitely get ahead of AJ. AJ coming around the final corner now. I think they should definitely get ahead of him. Yes, they do. And they're in clear air. Nobody ahead of him except Saban, who's about 7 seconds away. I won't catch him in a hurry either. So Total P's then needs to make this outlap critical, so we can undercut Walter, Dubon and C4 Gamer. And so does Krishna as well. Krishna's got a choice to undercut those three as well, while those continue to scrub off of the lead.
AJ spun off.
The same place he did in qualifying.
Yep. And there's his brother.
Oh, look at Dubon trying to go down the inside of Walter. But Walter stays ahead as Walter has drained his ERS. Look at the difference between the ERS between Dubon and Walter.
That's almost a whole battery change. But yeah, this battling maybe with Duo and Walter could cost a lot of time to piece.
I was about to say that because the more these guys battle, the more chance of Total P's and Krishna undercutting them, and they should definitely pick this lap because there's losing a lot of time.
Goes in, Duo doesn't go in, and Seep follows Duo, so
that's interesting. Very interesting.
I think Duo will drain most of his ERS this lap.
Thing is though, Duel does not want the C4 Gamer to fight him that much, otherwise he'll lose a lot of time.
Remember, Seep has that 5 seconds, probably because he took Mark or Nathan on the yellows.
And he will serve it in the pits, won't he?
Yeah, because he's gonna lose out anyway, unfortunately.
And look at that, look at the gap between Total P's and Walter.
Oh, that's quite big, and if you This will cost Duel and Seep so much time. Already 2 seconds. And the ERS is quite, pretty much at the same, so yeah, if Total Peace can make a really big gap, the penalties don't really matter.
Hold up, Joachim. He's going for a 2-stop. Soft, medium.
Ooh.
Walter.
Oh, Walter.
Interested then, so he needs to push as hard as he can on these softs.
That might be a mistake. Why would you go for 2-stop?
I don't know, but could it work, Jakob? Do you reckon it could work?
Nah. It's just the softs will drop off in 3-4 laps anyway. It will be as quick.
Well, that's very interesting. That means Walter would definitely get an undercut or duel. He will pull away from Krishna and gain on Total P's very quickly on these soft compound tyres.
Look at duel space quite good.
Thing is though, Jakob.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on for enough laps.
Thing is though, Jakob, if Walter can't get past P's or can't pull away, that means his strategy's ruined.
Duel's still going. Sheep is just following him.
We've got a mixture of strategies going on, haven't we, Jakob?
Yeah. Duel and Sheep going very long, that will give them such an advantage at the end. Yeah, if Toto Peace is smart, he will not battle this. He will just let Wouter go and follow his DRS. That would be smart for him.
The thing is though, if Total Peace does battle him, and Wouter can't get past, or struggles to get past, that means that 2-stop strategy is ruined, isn't it?
Strategy is shite anyway, to be honest. Yeah. But last lap, Total Peace gained 1.5 seconds on Duel on last lap alone, so I think it's time to Duel to pit.
Seabrawl Gamer half a second behind Duel then as they make their way onto the long straight. We'll keep an eye on them. In fact, we'll go on board with them now. If Steve's close enough, yeah, he's not using his ERS.
Steve's not gonna go for it. But Wouter is most definitely gonna go for it.
He's got to, he can't afford to stay behind him too much longer. He needs to pull away, overtake and pull away as much as he can, then pit again on the medium compound tyres and just disappear in the distance. There he is then, easy move for Wouter. And up into P4 goes.
In his DRS, then strategy is over.
Yep,
He can
exactly.
pull out of the DRS, but then he might have a shot, but then still out.
Thing is though, he managed to pull out the DRS of Krishna because Krishna was right behind him when he came out of the pits. He pulled a 2.6 second gap as Duel and Seabrawl Gamer continue.
They still carry on, man. Oh my god. Amazing strategy. Knight is not gaining too much, to be honest.
I'm not quite sure what...
If you consider, Wouter still has to pit. He's 6 seconds behind Knight, who also still has to pit. And Wouter is gonna go on to another set of meters, and Knight is gonna go on to another set of soft. So Knight is way better precision.
So that's true in fact, Joachim.
It's just a very dumb call in my opinion, but I reckon it might have been a just a mistake by opting the wrong tire and the start screen and forgot to change it maybe.
It's a possible choice as well because there is a lot of mistakes. Well, the two brothers are fighting.
He did get peace out of the DRS, so yeah.
They're side by side now. AJ versus Nathan, and AJ takes the place ahead of his team brother. And they make their way into the S section. AJ has picked up a 3-second time on the table. I'd say Nathan.
Yeah.
Nathan's in his DRS, so will he overtake him on the straight? These two are still going, Seabrawl Gamer and Duel.
See if they'll go another lap.
Look at the state of those tyres.
Yes. Imagine if they go another lap.
They can't do, surely. They're losing a lot of time, aren't they?
Yeah, but they'll gain a lot back on the end of the medium stint. Let's see, will they go in? Now they will, yeah.
Nathan has overtaken his brother for P8.
Unfortunately, Sheep is gonna drop off massively because of his 5 seconds.
That's a shame, really.
Even more than Do will. So yeah, that's very unfortunate.
The Aston Martin crew and McLaren crew get working as Duel is out of the pit lane while Seeb has to wait 5 seconds for his penalty to be served. And he will come out in 5th place. And Seeb behind him will come out in 6th unless Steban gets in. Will he get him? No, he won't. Too far behind. So Knight is leading this race then. He has a 3.3 second gap over Walter, but that's going to be massively reduced due to the tyre difference. We'll see what happens in this race then. Krishna has jumped Stewell, of course, by a massive amount. About 5 seconds is gained on him. But was it really worth it? 3-lap younger tyres? What do you think, Joachim?
Nah, I think it's, it depends what the drop-off is. They might know more than me, but I don't think. I mean, pieces tires are 3 laps old already. I think Krishna might be the favorite to win this one because he doesn't have any penalties.
And here comes AJ then back on his brother for P8. Using his ERS, he's low on ERS, they're both low on ERS, and there goes AJ then around the outside of Nathan. Goes a bit deep, he can't get past there. And Nathan stays ahead.
A lot of time, but to be fair, but it won't be enough.
Walter, 2.1 seconds, just taking 1.2 seconds out of Knight's lead, and he's still gaining a lot of time. So Walter, yeah, he's doing what he needs to do and pull a massive gap over his rivals. Go on to a brand new set of mediums and try and reduce that gap and try and overtake him and win this race. Will that strategy work? Who knows?
Nah,
I think 4.3 second gap. I don't think it will.
Nah, it won't.
Do 2 stops usually work, Joachim, around here, or is just a 1 stop?
Nah, it's always basically on every track. It's a 1 stop apart from Canada because it's a shorter pit lane. But yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico does also work. Yeah.
I thought that'd be a 2 stop because I can't make a 1 stop work.
Yeah, no, Mexico is a 2 stop. Yeah. You can make the 1 stop work, but normally you don't have track precision. It doesn't work. So.
You can see both drivers of first and second have drained a lot of their ERS battery. Currently fighting for P1. The gap is 9 tenths now between Knight and Walter. It'd be wise for Knight to let him go because obviously he's on a brand new set of tyres. He can't hold him up.
He's gonna lose night time as well fighting this, which he cannot.
The night time.
Very funny.
Right in the final corner then, Walter right behind him. Will he make a move into turn 1 or will he wait to the straight? No, he doesn't, he waits till the straight.
Oh, if I was him I would have dived it because he can't afford to be behind here in the SS. Oh, this is costly.
Total P's is gaining time. Yeah, Total P's is gaining time again on Walter.
So yeah, Walter, big mistake. He should have just sent it, well, cleanly of course. He was so close, he could have done that. But especially with the tire advantage still. So
yeah, Total P's is gaining time back on Walter.
Yeah, that was a bad call by Walter not going for the move over there.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get past this lap.
Yeah, he's gonna get past now, but it took him too long. He needed to get past on the straight. But he is passed now anyway.
Stepan picks up a 3-second tyre penalty. You expect AJ to be quicker than Nathan because obviously Nathan's on 12-lap old tyres, so AJ should be getting that battle over and done with, but he still fights his teammate. So Walter moves up into P1 then. His target now is to pull away as much as he can until he pits again onto a brand new set of medium tyres and try and gain that lost time back. Drivers who have pitted is Knight. I saw Knight, he started the tyres he qualified on.
And Wouter, because he hasn't done the tyre regulation yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. And AJ and Nathan are still fighting for P8. And AJ almost loses the back end there. Nathan defends the inside line. AJ trying to take a wider line to slingshot his way past, but can't quite make it work.
Oh,
and Knight
completely cut turn 1.
He caught turn 1.
Yeah.
not expecting.
Gain in time because he went deep because of it. But
yeah. I wasn't expecting him to. Well, I didn't expect any driver to cut turn 1 really.
Yeah, that's not even faster to cut it. Yeah, to be honest, right now it's kind of hard to tell who's gonna win because even though Wouter is never gonna make it till total piece. He might get Krishna or Duel, and that might get him the win if he doesn't get any penalties because of the penalties of Peace.
Total P is 1.3 seconds behind.
At the moment, I don't know if you've seen, but Duel is so quick at the moment.
Yeah, he's 1.5 seconds behind. Once he's 3 seconds behind at one point.
He is doing 33.67, and Peace is doing 34 low. So he is gaining almost half a second a lap. So
keep an eye on Duel then, and keep an eye on Peace.
He's gonna have this one in the back if he can get past Krishna, fast, clean, etc.
Down the inside goes Nathan on AJ. AJ's been shoved off the track by his brother, and Nathan claims P8. Meanwhile, as you said, Duel is closing in on Krishna, and Total Peace is also closing in on Knight. ISO Knight has a pitted jet, obviously, still starts the tyres he opted to go on the start of the race.
It's a shame that Nathan and Mark got that incident at the beginning, because imagine them in the mix as well. That would have.
That's very true. I think AJ is just struggling altogether. I don't think he has the pace. And Nathan's finally pitted to go on a brand new set of the medium compound tyres.
Yeah, I think AJ does have the pace, just not on this track maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not. Oh, he's let him go.
Ooh.
Walter would be fuming with that one.
That's. I think that's some party. They're in a party with each other. Must be.
Yeah, easy.
DRS, please. Go for my Knight pieces.
So the gap between Krishna and Duel. You about to say that, weren't you?
Yeah. Duel almost in the US. Oh, Nathan penalty. I think he already has 9 seconds.
It's a brand new set of the soft compound tyres, is Nathan.
I think Wouter and Knight might pit this lap, both of them.
I mean, Knight should pit this lap, shouldn't he? He can't stay out too long.
I think this is the pit window. Wouter stays out. Knight, we'll see if he comes in. He does?
Yes, he does.
Okay, let's see how far he comes out behind all of them. I think if he didn't have the penalties, he might have had a chance to get some, maybe sheep. But because of the penalties, he's not gonna get anything probably.
Yeah, Sieb sadly just dropped back from all this.
No, Sieb has the same pace as Duel, just the 5 seconds that hurt him. From the pits.
Yeah, to be fair, it's 5.7 seconds behind his total P's. He'll be falling off the podium. Yeah, 9 seconds. He'll be falling off the podium at this rate.
Yeah, Wouter 4 seconds. Quite. I must say, Wouter is doing quite well considering his poor strategy. Let's call it that.
Krishna improving on his lap time. He knows that Duel's behind him, so he's trying to set a personal best to try and keep. He's got the message and try and stay ahead of Duel.
Yeah, but Sieb, he's not out of it. He has almost 80% ERS, so maybe at the end of the race, with maybe the battling that Duel is gonna do, he might still be in the shot. I'm just saying.
We should say keep an eye on Knight because he's on the soft compound tyres as well.
But the penalties. The penalties is gonna kill him. But I think Knight was about 5-6 seconds behind Wouter, so Wouter will probably come out behind Sieb, about 2 seconds behind Sieb.
And Duel is in DRS range of Krishna now as into the pit lane comes our race leader Wouter.
Yep. Okay. So he is still on the shot for a podium.
So he's got about 9 laps to try and hunt down the rest of the field and try and get a podium or win. Into the pits comes Krishna.
Krishna, why? No, why is he on a 2-stop? No, man.
Well, that's very interesting. I don't know why he's done that.
I don't understand. He's gonna come out behind Knight. He's already behind.
What about Steban? Here he is. He comes out behind Steban.
Very weird strategy call. Very weird.
Yeah, Krishna though. What's he got? 5 seconds to gain on Knight, and Knight's basically on the same tyres as him.
Yeah, it's a race over.
Don't know why. Oh! Massive crash! That is Steban, who's just completely lost it at the S section there. and just careered into the wall. Could that be a safety car? I was aboard with Krishna, and all of a sudden I see Aston Martin fly off the road, and he's lost his front left tyre. Massive crash from Staban there. Will that be a safety car? It would have been a safety car by now, so I don't think so.
No,
But he is out of the race.
Okay. Just want to say Duel is on 2 warnings. But he's gaining time on P, so it looks like Duel has it in the back. Maybe Wouter, if he has such the pace advantage, he can maybe get back. Oh, Total P's in the pits. He's in the pits.
Why? It's not a...
He's in the pits as well. Okay.
You almost spawn coming into pits.
2 stops are coming from.
There's another pit crew coming out. No, there isn't. That's just my eyes messing up. So there is Duel. They're taking the lead of the Grand Prix. This is opening up beautifully for Duel, isn't it? It's staying out that much longer.
Yeah, Sheep as well. But unfortunately, Sheep. That 5. Ah, it's such a shame of that 5 seconds. Imagine the battle for the lead now. Sheep and Duel. But
So
maybe Wouter can maybe. Well, I'll keep an eye on the pace. Let's see the pace difference. First
oh, look at Pease. He's lost the car in the S's, and I think he's like giving up. Well, not giving up. I thought he was going to crash then, but hopefully he doesn't give up.
AJ in the pits as well. So now we have more than half of the grid on softs.
This should be interesting tonight on a brand new set of tyres. Got Walter ahead of him on the mediums, Total P's on a brand new set of tyres. Catching Knight and catching Walter, and also catching Seeb. This could be an interesting fight for P2, you know, towards the end of this.
Now, keep an eye on Wouter for maybe P1 still. See what his middle sector was. Oh, yeah, he gained 4 temps in the middle sector. And 1 temp in the first. Okay, let's see what the final sector. Maybe if the tires of Duel drop off massively at the end, Wouter still has a shot.
P did only about 10 laps on those other medium compound tyres, so 27 laps to go, 7 plus 7, 14 lap old medium tyres for Duel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about these strategies, you know, Joachim. I say Duel's the best strategy. Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. But that was the strategy, like from scratch. I thought there wasn't like a 2-stop wasn't even in the mindset.
Look at Total P's. He's right behind ISO on Knight, and he's cut the corner completely. He's gained a 3-second time penalty.
12 seconds.
At this point, he don't even care. So
he definitely needs to work on that. Pace is there, just consistent. Needs to be a lot better. But look at Wouter. He's already right behind. See.
It's gonna be a mega race to the end of the race between Walter and Duel.
Yeah, yes. Oh, Wouter's gained almost a second on this lap alone.
Into P2 Walter goes, and into P4 Pease goes. Oh!
So Wouter.
Knight's coming back. Down the inside again. Peace has the outside line, much better exit, and he stays ahead.
Oh, Peace is not actually that far. Peace is not actually that far back, considering he's on softs.
I think he is quite far back because of the 12-second time penalties.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
okay,
keep an
eye on Wouter, man. Wouter, oh my god, he might actually still win.
Last 7 laps will be interesting between Duel and Walter.
I think he gained 1.5 seconds on that final lap. Let's see. He did a 34.1 Duel, and Wouter did a 32.9. Oh, that's not 1.5, but 1.2.
I'm wondering why Krishna pitted Jokum. You thinking the same thing?
Nah, I don't know. I reckon he could have made it till the end. But, yeah. Apparently he thought he didn't. I think Krishna, if he did the same strategy as Duel and Seep, he could have been in the contention to win actually. But yeah, he didn't do the same strategy, so he's not. How unfortunate.
AJ's has received a 3-second time penalty.
Warnings.
Sadly, Nathan had that front wing damage on the first lap between him and Mark.
Oh,
AJ
3 seconds as well.
AJ spun in the S's early in this race as well. This race has gone quite quick, you know, with only 8 cars in it.
Yeah, but the strategy that makes it so interesting to look at. Like, how is it gonna play out? It's the only thing you're thinking about. And I think another second chopped off of duo on this final lap from Wouter. Oh, it's gonna go down to
Well, so the gap.
lap.
Let's just say the gap's 5 seconds now. Lap 23. We'll see how much time he gains on this lap. He's dragging along C4 Gamer with him. He's not really.
No, he's not in the DRS anymore. Sheep, he's not in. Sheep is out of contention. That 5 seconds killed Sheep's race, unfortunately.
Yeah, he could. Imagine what he could have done as well in the race. Would have been close to Duel. Would have been about a good battle between him and Duel, with Walter closing on the rear.
Just unfortunate how the start happened. Just ruined it a bit for the sake of the race.
Hello to all the 9 viewers watching. Hope you're all having a good evening. Not much going on this race, but there will be soon, but possibly between Walter and Duel.
4.7, only 3 attempts this lap. But still another final sector to go. So let's see. After this lap, 5 laps to go still, so plenty of laps still. And remember, once he's in the DRS, the time is gonna tick down like a time bomb on only 3 seconds left. So 4.4, so already 6 times with 2 corners to go, where he's gonna gain the most on those fresh mediums. Yes, there are on another 10.
Alright, so he crossed the line now, and the gap is 4.2. 8 tenths he's gained. 8 tenths.
With 5 laps to go, so easy. That's easy 4 seconds. Well.
The thing is, though, he's got to overtake him, which is not easy as well. Plus, well,
yeah.
They're both roughly on the same ERS, not the same, but low on ERS.
But remember, Wouter only 3 seconds still DRS, and once he's in DRS, it's gonna be a fast overtake. It's gonna be a fast overtake. 3.8. Oh, I think Wouter is hungry now. He really wants to win. And if he wins with a 2-stop, hands down, he was the best driver.
I still think there was no need for Krishna to pick, because he was ahead of C4 Gamer, who's currently in P3.
I agree. Krishna, he still might be able to get P3. No, he needs to gain 4 seconds still. That's a bit much. 4.5 actually. Okay, 3.7 now with Wouter. 3.6. What was the gap again? 4.2, right?
Yeah, 4.2, because he gained 8 tenths a lap.
3.4. And it's already 3.5, so probably around a second this lap.
You can see Duel in the foreground there, just going past these screens as Walter enters the final corner now. What's the gap between the two? It is 4.3, 3.4.
Yeah, that's my controller when.
You can see him climbing up the hill into turn 1. So now Walter makes his way into turn 1. AJ has closed in on his brother, and they're 3 tenths behind each other. We'll see that continuing right now. There they are, the 2 brothers. AJ taking Nathan's seat from last year in the Mercedes. AJ on 3 laps for younger tyres compared to Nathan. I think one of them holds the fastest lap. I'm not quite sure, I'm going to have a look. It is Total P's, yeah, it was Total P's. AJ doesn't look to go down the inside, we'll have to wait until the long straight. The gap's 2.9 now between Wouter and Duel. Total P's are closed in on C4 Gamer, the gap is 5 tenths between the two. Here they are then, C4 Gamer defending, moving on the straight. Total P's has got no ERS left.
Ooh, switchback Seep a bit deep. Oh, way more good for Peace. Seep just puts his car quite well, but yeah, now the grip is just gonna change everything. Probably another warning for Peace.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The gap is 2.9
Wouter a
now.
bit less. 5 tenths, I think. 4 tenths. Bit less than last lap, but he is closing in. Yeah, how amazing. We're gonna have an on-track battle in like the final lap or something. Oh, amazing. And this is only pre-season. I can't wait for the actual season.
Plus we can have 10 more drivers in the lobby too next week.
Yeah, and it is full quali again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because there's only 10 people.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. Bit of a waste of time, in my opinion.
ISO Knight has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Wouter almost there in the 1 second range, 2.1 seconds now. Krishna has got a 3-second time penalty. The only two drivers not to get a penalty is Wouter and Duwell. That is crucial because if one of them gets a penalty, it's game over.
But Wouter, 2.5 laps remaining. Oh, let's see if he can do it. 2.2 seconds. It is quite a bit still, but considering that he's almost in DRS, and as I said again,
you can just see him in now. Wouter can see Duwell.
Can smell blood.
1.9 now. This could be very close between the two. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. So Wouter got the pace to try and close in.
Penalty now. That would be so unfortunate. It's such an anti-climber. 1.6, 2 laps to go.
You got to give it to them because neither have got a penalty yet, and this track eats up on penalties. It's really difficult not to get one.
Almost every corner you could get a one.
With fully respect to these two, 1.5 seconds now between Wouter and Duwell. Duwell knows he's closing in. What's he going to do when he gets there? Wouter, you can see him. He knows what he's going to do. He's got one more lap. He can't close in on the DRS now, but he's 1.2 behind. It's going to be so interesting. It's all going to happen at the last.
No DRS yet, so it's going to be the final lap, as you said.
Yeah, you predicted it right. A few laps ago, didn't you, Joachim?
Yeah. But please, imagine if he didn't have any penalties, he would have been in the mix too. It's just a shame he has so many penalties.
Imagine if Wouter didn't spend that much time behind Knight, he could have been closer and closer, almost overtaking him.
Yeah. But I don't think that would have mattered that much, because he's in DRS now already, so I don't really care. If anything, it made it better, because we're now going to see the final lap, only with him in DRS.
This is going to be so interesting now. There is a DRS rage.
Yeah, he is. 8 tenths, and here's the DRS detection, right here, here's the line.
Right, Duwell's going to defend for his life.
Is he going to do it in T1? Is he already going to is he already going to get done in T1? I think he'll wait. He doesn't he does use DRS. Just a bit.
Look at the fuel symbol popping up on Wouter's screen there.
He timed it quite perfectly, to be honest.
Right, last lap showdown between Duwell and Wouter. As we make our way to the S section we go. You can see Wouter's carrying a lot more speed compared to Duwell in the S's with that tyre advantage.
Duwell does have a bit more ERS that might be able to make the difference here.
Look at that, he's so close.
Surely he's gonna get it, surely.
Oh, that'd be a massive shame for Duwell if he just gets beaten on the last lap.
Final lap.
Oh.
Yeah, he's so close. It must be done.
You can see Duwell then pulling away, slightly using that ERS. He's got extra ERS compared to Wouter, but not much. Here we go then.
Now the DRS. Oh, he's probably gonna break deep. Oh,
here comes Duwell back down the inside.
Oh, he goes wide. Wouter goes wide.
Wouter's go wide.
Oh, he's lost it maybe. And Duwell's ahead. Oh, Wouter. What a bottle, but he might still be able to get him.
Go down the inside. Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna go.
Covers it off.
He pushes Duwell off the track, but they're still side by side.
He's still ahead.
Oh, that was an intense last lap.
No, it's not done yet, mate. Maybe the final corner.
Look at that, he's got more speed. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Here he is down the inside. Duwell has it covered.
Yeah, Duwell got it.
Duwell. That was mighty defending duel. Oh my god.
Oh.
Walter P2, Toto P's and P3. C P3. Knight P4.
But Krishna will get P4, so yeah. And AJ, oh, Nathan spawn. Wow.
Wow, Jochen, what a last lap.
Wouter should have had it. Wouter really messed it up. The duo deserved it. Duo deserved it.
Ever since Wouter got in that DRS detection point, I thought he was going to win this race. Here comes AJ for P7, and Nathan, sadly for him, will be in last place. Yeah, but Jochen, do you know when Wouter got in that DRS detection point? Do you think he would have got it? Like, do you think he got it?
I think duel was already done. In my eyes, he was already he already lost, but he didn't. Guess what? He didn't.
Duel is back. He's won the preseason race.
Yeah, so looks like Duel is definitely on pace. His pace is very good. So yeah. Oh, what a race! What a race.
Even for a preseason race, that got me on my feet there.
Me too. Yeah.
Nathan finally crossed the line, and that's it for the preseason race. That was quite entertaining, with only like 10 drivers in the lobby.
Yeah. And imagine just, it's such a shame Mark wasn't in the mix with Nathan.
I just got a trophy. I just got a trophy saying I like to watch.
What?
Yeah. So Duel wins then, 1/10 ahead of Wouter. Sevo Gamer in P3 ahead of Krishna. Total P's in P5. Knight in P6. AJ P7. Nathan P8. Steban P9 and Mark P10.
I think Krishna proved as well. He's on the pace. He is on the pace to get podiums and, you know, maybe not wins, but definitely podiums. But yeah, strategy was just poor. And I gotta say, Wouter with a 2-stop still being able to win on that final lap, it's quite impressive. But yeah, just didn't, just not able to get it done, unfortunately. You wanna round it off?
Yeah, so that was us then for the preseason race in CRL in USA. Your race winners Duel, and I've been your boy Jamie Morris and Sink Yogurt for commentating, and hopefully, obviously, we're gonna have more races next week with full attendance. And just look at the comments. Evening, y'all, from Troy A. Evening, mate. Last light fight for the win. Was a decent race, nice one. Yep, it was a decent race, and that's it for me. War next week at 8:30 BES time, UK time.